Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. Bomb Squad! That's how weak it's sounding these days, right? Did Deontay Wilder drop the ball, people? Like he was dropping bomb squads. And while doing that, he dropped the ball too, didn't he? Wilder should have been out there in Saudi Arabia fighting, man. But he doesn't have his stuff together. He's out here getting high in that ayahuasca. You know who else was getting high in that ayahuasca? Is Joe Joyce. And that's why Joe Joyce got his ass knocked out in that second fight against Zhilei Zhang. Derek Chisora went on record and, shed some light on what happened. And he, kind of let the cat out the bag. Probably shouldn't have divulged that information, but, he said, I'll probably get in trouble for saying this, but it's the truth. Joe Joyce was doing that ayahuasca too. So that being said, any boxers who's watching this video, hey, leave that shit alone, because it may make you feel good, but it doesn't help you perform good when you get in the ring. But Eddie Hearn, it looks like they're trying to make a little cherry pick, man. Could be going for Deontay Wilder. Now, we know AJ has Hergovic, looks like to be on the radar because AJ's looking to take things serious and possibly pick up an IBF strap. But the bottom line is Anthony Joshua has options. But how many of y'all think Deontay Wilder should get in that ring with AJ? Who thinks Deontay Wilder needs to be in that ring with Anthony Joshua? See, I don't think he needs to be in there. And I think Eddie Hearn is watching this and saying, you know what? We're still keen on fighting Deontay Wilder. But I just think when you look at the kind of superb performances that Anthony Joshua have been putting on, in particular, like the way he knocked out, what's his name last night, Ngannou, I just think Deontay Wilder, for a guy, unless he don't let his hands go, I think he's a sitting duck. He doesn't really get his head off the line. He doesn't have, he's not Anthony Joshua. He and the things he was doing that was helping him to come back against a guy like Ortiz, to come back against a guy like Spilka, to figure out Gerald Washington, against the guy Eric Molina, to figure that out and to come back and end up getting wins, right, and knockouts. That Wilder doesn't exist anymore. That Wilder who fought Stavern in the first fight and the second fight, that Stavern was a problem. That ain't the Stavern who got rich and with the silk pajama syndrome and started taking it to the stupid in the ring. That Stavern was a problem. But that Wilder was a problem too, but this isn't the same Wilder. And I think Eddie Hearn knows that, man. No doubt. So that's why I think he still feels a potential fight between AJ and Wilder. He just feels it's huge. And he feels that, you know what? Wilder still wants to test himself. And he still wants the AJ payday. And Wilder may still take that fight. But I'm going to tell you right now, man, for Deontay Wilder, I just think he's dropped the ball. And it's sad to see the demise of Deontay Wilder. Now, can he return to the top of the sport of boxing? I don't know. It's on him, man. He just sounds mentally checked out. And you have a coach like what's his name, Malik Scott, who, he talks the talk, but he doesn't walk the walk. But goddamn, he sounds so good when he starts talking about boxing and studying film and doing all these things. But he's just not that guy. I just don't think he's that guy, man. And I think he and Deontay Wilder is just a bad combination. You know what I'm saying? That's like mixing pork and chicken and crab and lobster and beef and goddamn squid, all that in a fried rice. And that's just a horrible combination. Keep that shit simple, man. Do you know what I mean? So that's the worst fried rice, Alabama fried rice. Tuscaloosa fried rice. Too much shit in the goddamn pan. And I just think for Deontay Wilder, if he's trying to do anything in his last 1 or 2 years, he may have, because this man is almost 40 years old, I just don't know if anything can be done. But he dropped the ball. That should have been him in there. There's a lot of money Deontay Wilder's missed out on. He's missing out on. He can't expect to come back and go into a fight and make $50 million. He just can't expect that. And I know for what he wanted to do in boxing, his accomplishments far exceed that. I get it. I get it. But goddamn, 200 million, that was within reach. All that shit's gone. And every day that goes by where he's not fighting, his value plummets. And I'm not talking about $10, $15, about millions. Deontay Wilder got to figure it out. He just needs to get him a couple fights. I don't care if he has 2 fights in 60 days. Guys, he can get in there and tranquilize. Like, tranquilize him. Deontay Wilder's right back in talking to big money in a big fight. But that's on him. He doesn't seem like he really wants to do it. To me, he's totally dropped the ball. But don't get anything twisted about anything I say about these fighters, whether you like what I say or you don't. Tyson Fury, that man, money coming out of his ass. Anthony Joshua got money coming out of his ass. Joseph Parker, money coming out of his ass. Deontay Wilder got money coming out of his ass. Derek Chisora got money coming out of his ass. Andy Ruiz, even though I don't know how he's spending, but he had, and may still have, money coming out of his ass. You know what I'm saying? So all these guys are success stories. But when it comes to them wanting to continue contributing to the sport and using that sport as a vehicle to really advance their financial positions, I don't really know if Wilder really wants to do that anymore. It's not like he just wants to get high and just, love everybody. At least that's the way he talks. But that being said, man, if Wilder really wants to test himself, it's not about AJ testing himself no more. AJ is almost the goddamn standard again. But for Wilder, if he still wants to test himself, he needs to come out and call out AJ. And I bet you Eddie Hearn will make that fight like this. Just like that. Because it'll be a cherry pick. Because they're going to say, damn it, he didn't throw any punches against Parker. Once AJ hits him, he for sure ain't going to throw any punches back when he feels that damn power. Once AJ put the bing bing on him. But, Wilder's always dangerous because he just needs to land that one right hand. And if he can land that shit on AJ's in trouble. But I just don't think so. That quick pull counter and shit AJ was doing, that stuff AJ was doing in the ring last night, even though it was Ngannou, still, the fact that AJ is thinking along those lines, man, I think Wilder would be in trouble. I really do. Before I say Wilder gets there and knocks him out, no problem. AJ's same thing. AJ's apprehensive. He's not letting his hands go. He's half committing. He's not doing that no more. Wilder's doing it. So for that reason, I got to go with AJ if he and Wilder were to fight. I think AJ knocks him out. Not just knocks him out. I think he almost kills him. Because that freakish power that Wilder has, AJ has. And he's throwing that shit in the ring now. That being said, Wilder, he was dropping the bombs, but he also dropped the goddamn ball. And now he's out here. So he was dropping bombs. He dropped the ball, right? His value has dropped. And I think he's been dropping hits the whole time that he doesn't want to fight anymore. But I guess we'll find out, right? Because him and Dillian White was being rumored. And then also now there's talk of Eddie Hearn mentioning Wilder's name. Don't be surprised if Eddie Hearn tries to make that fight, if the Hrgovic fight somehow doesn't materialize. I wouldn't be surprised if they try to do it. Because Wilder would probably jump, especially give him like $15 million. He'd probably jump on it and take that money. Y'all keep cool. I'm in the breeze.